I'm Josh Perry. I'm here over in College Station writing a book about Texas A&M. I'm from a town called Guildford in Surrey, South England. So yeah, just south of London.
This ain't the down, it's the upbeat, make it complete. So what's the story? Guaranteed accuracy, enhanced CD. Latest technology, darts at treble 20. Huge non-recoupable advance, majors be vigilant. I excel in both content and deliverance. So let's put on our classics and we'll have a little dance, shall we?
I watched that game against Florida, and I remember it like it was yesterday. The analyst said they'll do well to win a couple of games in the SEC, and I thought, okay, fair enough. But so I was expecting Florida to come into College Station and just roll them over, and the game was really close, and that's where College Station first got on my radar, I suppose, because I watched that game and it was just really, really infectious. And I'd read up on it before I came here, and so I was really excited to see what it was, and it was hard to comprehend, I'll tell you that, just because 30,000 people getting together on a Friday night at midnight is just, well, it speaks for itself, really. I mean, I can't even compare it to anything back home. If you put 30,000 people in a stadium on a Friday night at midnight, it would end in trouble. I tell you that. It wouldn't be pretty. Tailgating it's great. I mean, I'm actually amazed people end up going to the games after tailgating, because what is better than just getting drunk out the back of a car, watching a game, having some food. And yeah, it's hard to relate to as an Englishman, because you'd probably get, if you were anywhere near a car and had alcohol, beer or anything like that, you'd probably get arrested, just for the suspicion of being of drink driving. So it's quite tempting just to think, sod it, I'll watch the game here, sat on my seat and beer in hand, burger in hand. What's not to love about that? I mean, he's pretty much the reason why I fell in love with college football. And on the pitch, there's no one more exciting to watch. In sport, I would go as far as saying in all sport, I've never enjoyed watching someone so much as watching Johnny play. He's just incredible. When he got cleared to play, I was absolutely chuffed, and I was dancing around the room and thinking, thank God for that, because if he hadn't have played, I would have been pretty cheesed off, I think. Kevin Sumlin. He's a cool guy, man. He's one guy I'd love to have a beer with, just to chat and just to see what he's like outside of what he does. Kevin Sumlin is like Superman, because he is the guy you want to be at the helm. He's the guy that he's been there, he's done it, he's got the track record, and you just feel safe with him, and you know that as long as he's here, you're in good hands, just like Superman. I've had my run-in with them. It was interesting, to say the least. So I got my ticket. I got a ticket. Got it in the HEB parking lot. Felt a little bit shady buying a ticket in a car parking lot, I've got to admit. I can't say I've ever done that before, but the transaction went down smoothly, and I was in the stadium for it. Little did I know I would be surrounded by the Bama supporters, fans, whatever you want to call them, and it was interesting, to say the least. They'd play this awful tune after every single first down, and my brain was like sizzling by the end of it. In fact, if I hear that tune, when I hear that tune again on the TV, it sends shivers down my spine, because it reminds me of sitting around them and roll tide every couple of seconds. When I first got here, I noticed people just like waltzing about in like army gear and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't really understand it or anything like that, and then at the midnight yell, I suddenly realised when they opened the gates, like 100, 200 skinhead chaps were like running around on the stands, and I was just like, that's different. I've never seen anything like that. And I remember just turning to one of the guys and I said, who are these lot? And he was like, oh, that's the Corps. Honestly, from back home, a band or a choir or anything like that in school was probably the least cool thing you could be part of. That's the culture. Yet here at the band is something so special, and it's really special to the university. I mean, every time I hear that Spirit of Aggieland tune, it makes you feel at home. And for me, home is obviously like 5,000 miles away, but it makes you feel good, and that's something that I'm probably surprised with the most. During a game, I think there was like a big hit of the player, just like a big tackle, and I shouted out something like "Corps blimey," and about 4 or 5 people in front of me were just cracking up. And to me, I suppose I'd never even noticed it, but then I thought, yeah, Corps blimey, that's very English saying. I've come straight from England, and the slang that's used here in America, and especially Texas, is so much different to back in England. You can just sense it. It's just so much different. If you walked down the street and said like howdy or hello to someone, they just look at you like you're strange. They'd be like, what does he want?
No sales pitch, no media hype, no hydro, it's nice and right. I speak in communications in bold type. This ain't your archetypal street sound. Scan for ultrasounds, north, south, east, west and all round. And then to the underground. You say that everything's